Hello everyone. This is a no save, no damage playthrough of Resident Evil Survivor on the PlayStation 1. The difficulty is set to its highest, which is normal, and we will be going for the S rank. This is the canon ending, which means the main ending. Please enjoy.
Resident Evil Survivor.
In 1998, a disaster struck the quiet Midwestern residents of Raccoon City. An uncontrollable outbreak of the Umbrella-created T-virus transformed the city into an inescapable death trap. To stop the outbreak from spreading, Umbrella Incorporated was forced to wipe out the entire city. However, this was not the only location where an outbreak occurred.
You're not going to get away.
Where am I? Oh! I don't remember anything. Who am I?
Okay, so to start up, we're just going to go right through the main door, the only door you could go. This game is naturally a rail shooter, so take what you want from it. We're going to go look at the dead body.
You look familiar, but... but I just can't remember. Ark Thompson, huh? Though I can't remember anything, I know that this was no way for anyone to die. What?
I'm just going to blast this zombie real fast and grab the rusted key. And we're going to go into the kitchen. So, Resident Evil Survivor plays a lot like what House of the Dead. Like, it wants to be House of the Dead very badly, but just isn't. We're going to take our time and keep a lot of space from these zombies, because they can grab you. If you do get grabbed, you have a second, kind of like Code Veronica, to brush them off before they inflict any damage on you. Now, the S rank prerequisite is you need to have a certain level of accuracy, a certain level of kills, and also a good time. But time is really not a factor, considering the game is relatively short. So we're going to just sneak our way around. We want to grab the key out of the meat locker. This is the manager's key. You could quick turn in this game, which is actually very helpful. You could like lock on to the guys. I will say, it took us a couple weeks to get this run down. By a couple, I mean a lot. But zombies do respawn in areas you go back in, so if you need extra kills, you could definitely rack them up by going back into rooms. So now we're inside the restaurant area. These guys to the left, the zombies to the left, they're going to break through the window. Best thing to do is to shoot that zombie just to initiate them breaking through. And then we're going to focus on these two left zombies, because for some reason it takes a few more bullets than normal to kill them. We start off with handgun A. There's a total of, I believe, A, B, C, and D handguns. There may be an extra one, I'm not too sure, but it's always good to manually reload over letting it reload, because it takes a few seconds for the gun to auto-reload. One thing I will say that I enjoy about this game is the handgun has infinite ammo, which is just natural in like a rail shooter type setting. Once these guys are done, so are we. Hello, Umbrella. So, pretty interesting info. The USA version of this game actually didn't have light gun support, so you literally had to use the controller. We're not going to answer the phone, and we're going to run right by the canines. So now there's a key sitting on a bench. We're just going to hug and look to the left. This game is all about, basically, what you're directly looking at. So if you're not directly looking at an enemy, chances are you could probably run right by it, which is a neat trick, and which will be showcased later on in the run.
Vincent.
Who is this? Vincent? Who's that? Wait. Am I Vincent?
Vincent, you are a murderer. A murderer.
A murderer? What are you talking about? Answer me! Who did I kill?
So now we're going to go through the hospital, as that is the main way to go in the game.
I won't allow you to escape. You're going to pay for what you've done. They must want this mess taken care of very quickly.
Alright, so as soon as we go through the double doors, that fine gentleman who we don't know his name yet, we're going to take out the first zombie right in this hole. We'll make a right. We're going to go to the MRI room. As soon as we turn into the MRI room, we're going to lock on. There's a total of 3 zombies right as soon as we walk through this door. I mean, they don't give us much room. Once we get down to usually 1 bullet, we're going to want to manually reload. There are times that I just let it auto-reload because I have enough space, but I do recommend always manually reloading. So one thing you'll notice over here, I grabbed the blue herb, and the only reason I grabbed the blue herb is not to use. It's so that when I do get the handgun that we're going to be using for the entirety of the run, Handgun B, the ammo is right next to it. The way that this item box works is it's always on your main character, and it's very messy. So sometimes you have to pick up items in order for certain items and their respective ammo to be right next to each other. So now we're going to lock... This guy just completely tripped over the chair, I think. We're going to do a quick turn, take out that 1 zombie that we saw. Then there are 2 more zombies. There are files that are scattered throughout this game that do give a little bit of information towards the story. Although you'd have to do multiple playthroughs to get every file. That's why I didn't go for all the files in this run, because we would have had to have played it 3 times in a row. We're going to head right up the stairs, and this is where we're going to be obtaining the handgun that we will be using for the rest of the game. It's called Handgun B. It is the fastest shooting handgun in the game. Does the least amount of damage, but shoots very fast, so definitely helps with zombies and certain enemies. Okay, so we went ahead and turned the power on for the elevator. Now, since we need a certain amount of zombie or enemy kills in this run for an S rank, we're going to go through each room and just take out all of the zombies that follow. And you can see the DPS right there, and how quick this gun shoots is just unbelievable. Really, really fast. So we're going to take our time, manually reload. This is a very tight quarters area. Yeah, so just like most Resident Evils, even though this is a first-person rail shooter, it's the same mechanics that follow. You got to keep your distance, know the distance between you and the enemy, and fire like hell. And make sure that you're hitting your shots on them, because accuracy is a major factor in this run. I like to swing and go behind this table, just so I know that the zombies can't freely, you know, get a free hit on me. A couple things I could say that make this run absolutely painful would be some of the enemies that are upcoming. This game is filled with spiders, dogs, lickers, hunters. The hunters are terrible. And we're going to be greeted with one of the first major BOWs in just a minute after this room. Go ahead and kill that zombie. We got 2 more free zombies in here. And now we're going to need the manhole opener. There is a sewer grate we're going to have to go through once we go down the elevator. So as soon as you leave this room, the best thing you want to do is you want to go up and make a right. You heard that large smash? You better believe it. That is Mr. X, or a tyrant. We're going to go to the end of the hallway. And we're going to wait until we have 1 bullet left in the B handgun and reload that shit. He takes about anywhere from 25 to 30 bullets to take down, and we see quite a few of them. Reason being, this is a tyrant factory. This is basically Umbrella's BOW factory, where they're making a lot of the creatures that you see in the mainline games, such as hunters, lickers. Shotgun ammo is absolutely important. Sometimes going through doors could be a pain. Now, going down this elevator shaft, understand you're going to have to proc your controller up and left as soon as you get off of this elevator, not helicopter, what the hell? Because there are 2 spiders directly above you on the ceiling that will instantly hit you with poison. It's bullcrap, I know, but that's just the way that room is built. Once we get past that room and avoid the zombie and the spiders, we're going to go down the manhole. And now we're in the sewers.
A picture. No, this is me. I am Vincent. It was all my fault. Who are you?
Wait. Please don't kill me. I didn't know anything about you then.
Stop.
Don't run away from us. Alright, so make sure you quick turn and grab the shotgun ammo that's on the top of that mini fridge that I could use in my own room. And that main character, we'll find out... Well, he's not a main character, he's more of a supporting character, but that kid, we'll figure out who he is later. You're going to want to hug that right wall, as you saw. Of course, there's a licker that drops down. I mean, come on. Wouldn't be a Resident Evil without it. Alright, so there's different patterns that could take place in this room. The Paradise Hallway, I call it. Zombies could be spread out, and it could be a real tricky one. Or they could be peaceful, as we see right here, and give us plenty of room. So at that point, when you're very far away from them, you really don't have to feel that you have to keep manually reloading. As soon as we go through here, though, is where we have to make a very fast, sharp turn. So as soon as we go in here, there's going to be a zombie to the left. We're going to go up left and back up. Having handgun B for this run is very, very helpful, considering how fast we shoot and how many bullets are actually hitting the zombie. It actually helps with building up hit accuracy. Now these zombies are going to respawn once we come back into this room. But we're going to head over to the Umbrella offices. Or singular office, I guess. Same thing, just gonna take out these zombies, take our time, keep distance. We want to make sure we grab the rope as soon as we go in there. Sometimes the enemy RNG, two zombies can be in that hallway waiting for you as soon as you get in that room. But we got fortunate RNG right now. Now, this room's frames, like the FPS in this room, I think may be worse than Resident Evil 1996's, like, opening trailer. It literally drops to like 2 frames per second. It is terrible. I don't know if it's that there's more zombies on screen than natural in this game. This game never went through quality assurance. I mean, it is just, for lack of a better word, a hot mess. But yeah, that room was the jail cell room. So now we're going to go ahead and make... This is the room with the shotgun. Now there's a couple of zombies that are piled up. As soon as we walk in, we want to blast these zombies. Manually reload as fast as we possibly can to take out this guy. And hopefully we could eventually run by him, but it's looking a little hairy. Once he dies, the shotgun is right there for us to take. I believe that's a SPAS 12. Could be wrong though, but I believe it is. So make sure you hit the midsection of a zombie. It's always the most direct, hitbox of them. So now that all the zombies are dead in the shower setting, we're going to equip the shotgun. Because when we go to the right through the door up ahead, it's either going to be hunters or dogs. So since it's hunters, that's actually better. Yeah, this gets pretty hairy for me right here, but usually you could kill both of them with 2 shots, just like the first shot I took. But the shotgun has such a far spray in this game that it's just very important to have when you're dealing with hunters. I would say acid rounds in the grenade gun or grenade launcher that we're going to get later on, and this shotgun are probably the 2 best weapons to take care of hunters. And hunters will be the downfall of a run. So make sure if you're watching this run, keep absolute distance. Don't try to run in front of them. They have this thing, this like mechanic where they won't let you run in front of them. They will jump in front of you. So we have a Mr. X, walking ominously towards us down this really eerie hallway. We're not going to sit there and manually reload. We're just going to auto-reload and just blast this. So now I'm going to take the rooftop tactic rather than go through the nightclub. But we'll eventually go through the nightclub in another playthrough. So there's enemies called cleaners up top on this roof, and if you don't make eye contact with them or you don't have the screen pad towards them, you actually won't get shot. So a nice little trick there. If the camera doesn't face an enemy, you'll probably make it through. And that's going to be displayed on full display in this next room. So as soon as we go in that room, there are a shit ton of cleaners, probably like 3, but they have perfect aim. So we're just going to up and turn around, and by doing so, they actually despawn. And that happens anywhere the cleaners are. If you leave the room, they despawn. It's a neat trick. If we go around this big iron storage bin, we're going to go ahead and grab more shotgun shells. And we are now at the Umbrella headquarters on Sheena Island.
Umbrella. So this is where the city is controlled from. Oh! Oh! What's happening to me?
I have a bad headache. That's literally how he is. So our main character, Vincent, is having bad head problems where he can't remember who he is or what's going on. So as soon as we walk inside of the Umbrella facility, make sure that you have your shotgun equipped. I had my handgun, but you have time to change it. You could press the left bumper or L1 to constantly lock on to the enemy you're about to face. And just make sure when you're dealing with hunters or lickers, you manually reload. There's just no debating it. Right at the reception desk for the Umbrella, we could find Magnum rounds. Now, the Magnum gun it's very helpful. I don't know how often I use it in this run. I keep the shotgun equipped in here because that's a choke point, that area, a little bit. And a choke point is kind of where, like, you're boxed in and you could honestly take damage. And one shot with the shotgun up close to a zombie basically takes it out. So now that we took care of that one zombie, you could either let all these zombies line up and use another shotgun shell to kill them all, or you could get the multiple hits with the handgun B, which I do. Now, once they're done, we're going to go right down the elevator. So in that hallway we just went through, it could either be lickers or hunters, so be prepared if it was lickers, then when we come back out, it could be hunters.
Hello? Can you hear me? Who are you? What are you doing? Answer me!
Alright, so now we're inside of whoever the ominous bad guy's office is. As we go to lurch up for the key card that we need, of course, Mr. X, graces us with his appearance again. We're going to hide on the adjacent side of the table. And I don't know where he's going right now, but he's obviously afraid of this. Never mind, he's coming for me. Just run to the other side. We're just going to use the handgun and the table to basically box him in. And most Mr. X bosses, or mini-bosses, they drop ammo. So now we got flame rounds, which are very good as well. What I like to do here is, since I said that there's a chance that hunters could spawn outside of this room, I like to make sure I have the shotgun ready to roll, baby. So we got lucky, and it still stayed Liquors. We were able to use the key card right away and go right through the elevator. I don't even think that actually was an elevator. No, this is the control room. My fault. So we're not going to use shotguns on the zombies. We're going to blast our way a path, run around the other zombie, and then use this corner as a way to kind of get a vantage on all the zombies in here. My favorite part of the game.
What?
Vincent? It's me, your mother.
My mother?
Vincent, please. Listen to your mother. I want you to leave Umbrella. I want you to stop performing those terrible crimes and just come back home.
Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. What is the tape you're listening to?
I don't know. I was only listening to it because I'm so bored. My brother told me to wait here. Oh, let me go!
Your brother?
Leave her alone! Lily, run, go!
Lord!
Put that down. I won't harm you. I promise.
Liar. You'll kill me if I drop it. I'm not stupid. Now stay back. Don't come any closer.
I know you think that I'm a murderer, but you're wrong. I would never do anything like that.
It's me, your mother! Some top-tier voice acting. Alright. So now, we need to chase down Lot. The elevator isn't working, and folks, this is a point of no return right here. This Mr. X can aggro at the drop of a hat. So what we want to do here is we want to unload a few rounds into him. Then trick that I love to do is I love to stand in this corner, and since he's off screen, he's not going to see us. So it actually procs him to go ahead and do one of his swings. Now we could walk up and bait him to do a punch, which is just awesome. We're going to do it again. First we want to make sure that we get him to punch. Now, there's a possibility he does this move. I think Carsey coined it correctly, Carcinogen SDA, go check him out. The Gundam punch, where basically like he does this punch where it's like you can't get away from it, you're just going to get hit. But if you kind of look away from the screen, back up, let him do his first initial hit, you pretty much have him locked into a certain setting. Alright, so for the dogs over here, I should have said it a little bit quicker. We're going to pop one of the dogs and then we're going to turn around. And the best trick I figured out is once we pop one of the dogs, we put a shotgun shell in. Once we turn around and the dogs are off our camera screen, we're going to wait for them to run behind us. Now, that takes a lot of practice hitting a zombie dog like that. I recommend just backing up, moonwalking your way, through the parking garage. And now, folks, we have the grenade gun. Why it's called that, I will never know. It's a simple grenade launcher. But anyway, we now have the grenade gun. We took out the dogs. I mean, we're big chillin' here.
Hey!
Alright, so now we're in the sewers. The sewers is not relatively difficult. You just want to make sure that you take out the hunter up top right here on the bridge. I recommend keeping the shotgun equipped. Getting your reticle aimed right on him. Should take anywhere from 2 to 3 shots, but for me, it's always a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and make sure that every weapon is reloaded. At all times, even the handgun, if you switch away from it, just constantly make sure that your ammo and stuff is equipped. So with the zombie spiders, if you run to the left wall and you absolutely don't face them at all, they won't harm you. Remember, don't look at something and it won't hurt you. Tried and true, proven in this game. So if we just hug the left wall and totally avoid them, we don't have much to worry about right there. So now we're in front of Lot and Lily's home. Those are the 2 kids that we've been seeing throughout the game. We'll start off by killing these zombies on the other side of the gate. And then we're going to head inside. So eerily enough, that zombie was just kind of laying in the parents' room. So it almost makes you wonder, was that supposed to be one of the parents? Who knows? But now we have another cutscene coming up, where we have a conversation with Lily.
Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. Where's your brother, Lot?
Please, you have to save my brother. He said he's going to the factory by the ropeway.
Factory?
He told me that he could find a way to escape from this place inside the factory. But there are tons and tons of scary monsters there. I know that if he goes there, he's going to be killed.
What?
Please! We've already lost Mum and Dad. You've got to help my brother. Please!
I promise. Don't cry anymore, Lily. I may have been a bad person, but that was before. That's not who I am now. I will save these 2 kids. I swear it. Lily, you hide here. I'll go find your brother and then come back for you.
Alright, time to find Lottie Boy. If you look around that room, you'll actually see posters of other games. I'm pretty sure in the arcade section of this game, which we're not taking in this playthrough, you could find a Dino Crisis poster. And I'm pretty sure in Lillian Lott's room, there is a poster of Cammy from Street Fighter. So, pretty cool Capcom lore right there. As soon as we walk out of this room, we have 2 zombies spawn. Now, if we didn't kill those 2 zombies by the gate before, there'd be 4 zombies in total we'd have to worry about. So I equipped the shotgun because we are going to have a couple of zombie canines up here as well as a hunter. So it's always good to just get yourself set up prior to going in there. Go ahead and take out that dog. We're going to keep the aiming reticle locked on to this area. This dog has a very big habit of running directly to where the other dog was shot, and that gives us a full line of sight. Usually it's like 1 shotgun shell will do the job, but... So what I like to do here is I like to walk up to these boxes and do a slow walk. Once the hunter lands is when you can make the shot. Do not shoot the hunter while he's still in the air. He won't take damage and he will swipe you. Trust me. Learn the hard way. Get your shotgun primed as soon as you get on this damn train. What did I just say? Train? I did train and tram at the same time. The good things I could say about this game, there's really not many, just a heads up, is that it is kind of fun taking your own path and creating your own scenario, because there are a multitude of ones. It always ends up with the same ending story, but there's a multitude of different ways you could go about it, which I thought was a nice touch. But when they came out with this game, pause real quick, as soon as we come out of this train or tram, we're going to have a zombie hunter drop down, pop him. We got a couple of hunters in this area. I like to back up just to get them aggroed. And funny enough, there were only 2 hunters in this entire area. Usually there's a total of 3. When this game came out, Code Veronica was already out on the Dreamcast. You know, we had a lot of things already going for us. So why they decided to drop this was, I guess, to make a little bit of extra money. And trust me, they did not do that. They did not make a lot of money on this. Probably sounds like I'm just ranking on the game. For what it is, it's fun, but it's not something that's very simple. So we're going to listen for the Mr. X to do his little punch. And we got 2 dogs right here. We got lucky with a 1-hit critical on the first canine. Second one took 2 shots. I'm going to be that devilish wacko right now, where I'm going to actually turn around and take out this Mr. X. Now, if you don't feel comfortable after running past that Mr. X and you already took out the dogs, you'll still be fine. I'm doing it for extra hit accuracy and also to take down another enemy. If you feel uncomfortable and you feel like he's getting super close, I recommend backing into him. You know, assert your dominance. Then once you turn around, that's the infamous Gundam Punch. But since we baited the Gundam Punch, we actually are not going to take damage from it. Really neat trick I learned from 2 Team Hitless fellow streamers, Nightcast Guitar and my buddy Matt DeRock, both great people. Go check out their Twitches and their YouTube channels with those names, Matt DeRock and Nightcast Guitar. I mean, these guys are tried and true Resident Evil studs. A lot of these tricks I learned directly from them. So there's 3 paths we could take here. One is the forest, the other is just a literal fall into a cave with like 5 Mr. X's, which we don't want to do. and then the other one is sweepers. So in the middle one, there's actually just 2 lickers, which we could easily look to the right and totally dodge. So we're going to go ahead and grab the acid rounds, because from here on out they are going to be very important. There's going to be a lot of hunters in our general direction trying to get to the final portion of the game. So we're going to slow walk up here. Usually takes anywhere from 1 to 2 shotgun shells. There's a total of 3 hunters that jump on this catwalk. Now we're just going to make sure our shotgun is fully reloaded. Okay, so now we have 3 hunters in this hallway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to equip the grenade gun, and I'm going to take out the acid rounds, because as long as they are a distance away, it's usually a one-hit kill. Slowly move right here. Took out the first one. Reload it. Pop that one. Now we're going to move up a little bit, and there's one just kind of walking ominously back there. That takes out all the hunters in the underground. I just want to double check myself here, because there are 2 more hunters that are right outside of this area, up these stairs. So we need to make sure we have ammo for them as well. So I go ahead and I think I equip the shotgun, because I'm just, you know, playing it safe. Better to play it safe than play it reckless. So once that hunter runs in front of the other hunter, you could get a double shot on both of them, because the shotgun ammo is piercing in this game, which is pretty interesting. Took about 2 shots. So in this generalized area of the underground laboratory, we could either have tarantula spawn, or we could have zombie dogs. Both are very easily dodgeable. We don't have to worry about them as kills towards our S rank. Don't feel that you have to sit there and pound at them. It's not worth it. As soon as we come in this room, we're going to lock on instantaneously to the hunter. Now that hunter, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys, there's a very high chance that even with my guide, he could hit you. It's just a matter of locking on with the left bumper and then hitting the attack button. You could either get him in the air or you could shoot him before, but my recommendation would be you either hit him with the shotgun, because the shotgun has stun capabilities, so it could push him back, or you use the acid rounds.
What?
So now we've reached the underground Umbrella research facility, and as we come down these stairs, we're going to be greeted by 2 Mr. X's. Not 1, 2, you know. As if we haven't already fought a lot. We're going to unload our clip on the first one. We're going to manually reload. And then we're going to do our good old trick, not have the camera face him. Let him do his famous double-handed fist punch. Bait him out, and then we're going to take him down. So now this Mr. X what you could do is if that Mr. X, the second one, is way too close to you, you could run back up the stairs and he'll respawn over to the left. But if he's a far enough distance like this, you could pretty much just do rinse and repeat of what we just did. And we already put a layer of bullets into him, so he's pretty weak by this point. His HP is probably low. We'll do our walk. Falcon Punch. Let him do that. Just keep reloading manually. Don't take that chance at an auto. That's where you mess up. If you don't feel comfortable baiting a BOW, just turn around and run and gain some distance. But baiting them is relatively easy. You could either use the D-pad up and down, or just, move up and close. We grab the Magnum. And we also have ammo for it, if you remember. Now we have some of my favorite enemies, the laboratory zombies. These guys pose no problem in Resident Evil Survivor, but trust me, they're a pain in the other ones, like Resident Evil 2. Now these guys will keep respawning, and we have to go through this door about 2 or 3 times, so it's very good for your hit accuracy and racking up your enemy kills. So right up here, you're going to run and hug the left side. There is a licker in this room with you. Just go right to the left laboratory door. So we got to move really slow in this room. We have a super licker. Now you could either bait that super licker out, or you could just wait for him to run at you. But there is a high probability he will swipe at your legs, so nothing's fair. Nothing's fair in this game. So I got tired of waiting for this licker. I knew he was going to jump at me. And we show no fear, right? Over here at Notorious Base, we show no fear. So now we got some plant creatures. We've seen them before in the OG series. You could use flame rounds to kill them pretty quickly, but it's better to save them. Considering we have enough distance, we could pretty much just use handgun B to wax them. But we do want to kill them. Now that's not to say we'll be back in here, it's just, again, we're racking up kills. So now we're going to go back to the hallway we came from. We got the MO disc, which is going to be used to power this facility. We'll make our way over to the computer that's going to power most of this lab. And the computer screen on the right is the reactor. We'll put in the MO or activation disk. And now we're basically going to have scientist zombies spawn out of this room. Inside of that room, there are grenade launcher rounds, so just take out these zombies. So the weird thing about this room is if those zombies are standing in the doorway but they're not directly in your line of sight, you actually won't hit them. It's very strange. They have to completely be visible through the door. They can't be partial, or it'll just be missed shots. Now for the last and final time, we're going to head down this wonderful hallway, and we're going to take out all of the zombies. Now this liquor despawns that was in this room. We don't have to worry about him now. So as soon as I turn on the power to that door, I like to run back. We have the acid rounds equipped. They're also very good against the plant creatures. You know, aiming is a very important part of this game, and it's something that I lack. Or maybe I am actually hitting them, but the game isn't counting it. Who knows? Good thing acid rounds are not in our future. Literally, and we don't need them. We're going to go ahead and grab the key. So here's the greatest song in this entire run. I made it myself. Not really, but this song might have to be up there with the greatest hits director's cut of Resident Evil 1. That basement theme, oh, it's another literal Mozart himself. We're going to use the flame rounds to kill these strengthened plant creatures. They're getting a little close and their acid could shoot a little far. So I just wanted to get a little bit of space.
They're creating these monsters on this island.
So once again, we have a wonderfully handsome Mr. X coming our way. Gonna do the same trick as always. Blast them with the first round, first magazine, back our way up. And now we've uncovered that this is where they're making them. This is where they make the Mr. X's or Tyrants. This is where they're making all these BOW enemies. And Sheena Island is canon, because it's discussed in Resident Evil 0 in the opening cutscene. So before we go ahead and see what Lot's screaming about, we gotta grab the shotgun ammo. Make sure our handgun's reloaded. And we also want to grab the shotgun, because there's going to be an instance where we have a hunter that is literally a do-or-die moment, and we want to make sure that we are ready for it. So you see how I said that this item box could be very cluttered, and if you don't have certain items to keep them near each other, you gotta search for the ammo. It can be very tiresome.
Help!
Lot! Hang on!
Goodbye, Charlie.
Lot!
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
What are you talking about? It's not your fault. Vincent is the one who caused everything. Well, I mean,
You? What do you mean? You're the detective. Your name is Ark Thompson.
What? Really? I'm not Vincent? Then why did you run away from me?
Because I'm the one that told Vincent about you.
Hello, I'm Vincent. I've been transferred to this facility to inspect it.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I know Commander Vincent. So I knew that you weren't him when I saw you.
What? A spy? Thank you. You are a good boy, Lot.
So then I'm Ark and not Vincent. Lot, do you know of any way to get off this island?
My dad told me that there's a railway station up ahead from here.
A railway station?
I heard that it runs underground.
Okay, we'll use that. Let's go get Lily. Go ahead! Hurry! We'll meet at the station!
Folks, Brain Blast. The world has just shattered. A Resident Evil game with a self-destruct system. And a revelating news that we are actually Ark Thompson and not Vincent. I mean, my god, you could have rented this at Blockbuster. Just a legendary story. Anyway, we gotta proceed. Because we're coming up on the end now. Go ahead and get the handgun equipped.
That's right. At the request of my friend Leon S. Kennedy, I came here to investigate. Oh, yes. I remember everything.
Tell me the truth. You are a spy, aren't you?
Yes, I'm not Vincent. I'm Ark.
Hooray! So the reason we have the handgun equipped right now is we have a few zombies to exterminate. Then we gotta turn the power on. got a little bit of distance. If you see something twinkling to the left over there, it's actually magnum ammo. Will be very helpful for the final boss fight. Once they're all eliminated, we're going to go ahead and turn this power on. But before we could proceed through that door, we need the master key. So, you know, we got to get greeted by a few people before we do that. And there he is, that son of a bitch. That's our that is our final boss fight right there, Tyrant. Staring me down, boys and gals, and all of our pals that watch. So now we're going to be blessed with meeting the real Vincent and taking on Tyrant the first time.
Vincent!
If it wasn't for you, I could have completed my mission. Umbrella was going to take care of me. But you had to go and screw it all up. Now, you're going to pay!
No!
Alright, goodbye Vincent. That lasted all of 2 seconds. Now, for Hypnos Tyrant, we're going to have the flame round equipped. We're going to shoot it at his leg. And yeah, that's a nice little neat trick, again by Nightcast Guitar, where you literally shoot at the floor, and it takes out Hypnos Tyrant 1. Alright, now that we got the master key and we took out the first phase of Tyrant, yes, there are more phases. This room could either be greeted with a shit ton of cleaners, or it could be greeted with a shit ton of Mr. X's. So yes, you're going to have to dodge. Gets a bit tricky. Once you make them initially dodge, you're going to go ahead and hug the opposite side of where their hand swinging is.
Get on the train! Hurry!
So as... yeah, she's not important. As soon as we get out of this weird cutscene, we're going to completely turn around and go back up the ladder, up the elevator. I keep doing that. Now, we're doing that because if we don't, a couple of cleaners are going to spawn there, and they're going to stun lock us into a shooting animation that will actually kill us. So, better off, just like we did earlier in the game, despawning them, And then we turn right back around. We want no part of Mr. X's. But now this will despawn the cleaners that will spawn up on the bridge in this room. So now the only thing we have left, guys, is taking on Hypnos Tyrant. Don't forget to grab the shotgun shells. And now my 1990s theme song is about to play. So let's enjoy it together. I feel like I'm in a sitcom listening to this. To me, this game is a sitcom. Alright guys, before you head up here, make sure all of your ammo is reloaded. I recommend starting off with the shotgun. There's 2 phases of Hypnos Tyrant. First one, you'll see the strat.
Get in the helicopter! It's still alive.
Alright, Dracula just dropped down with his mouth wide open. We're going to go ahead and pump 3 shotgun shells directly into him. Now, the whole basis of this fight is to basically keep him off camera. So when we see him swipe, that's what is going to be our indication to shoot at him. Boom. So see how I keep looking away? I will tend to look towards him just to get him to aggro and swing, but other than that, we're just going to rinse and repeat. Look very briefly, let him do his swing, and we're going to keep piecing him up with the shotgun. So he may do this double swipe. You could probably shoot about 2 shotgun shells each one, but I try to be extremely careful. And that is phase 2. Now, thanks to Nightcast Guitar, we found a trick that makes it a lot more simple to take out this final Hypnos Tyrant. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the grenade rounds. By this point, you should have anywhere from 12 to 18, maybe even more. We're going to sit over in this corner, and we're going to listen for where Hypnos Tyrant is. What I like to do is I like to put the aiming reticle a little bit above the C in the word condition. That is actually the perfect height to hit him in the heart section that does the most damage on him. Now, since we're not facing Hypnos Tyrant directly, he can't actually attack us. So now we know that he's right here. Just such bad AI. We're going to keep popping him, and we're going to keep turning back so we don't actually take the brunt of his hits. We're just going to keep doing this. We're going to listen for where he is, because trust me, when you think he's not there, he will swing or he will dash right at you. So stay patient. The adrenaline can be pumping at this moment, but you want this Take your time. Wait to see him in your peripheral. Now he's going to move positions here. We need to be careful. We don't know where he is, so remember, we have plenty of time. You have plenty of time. Don't overpace yourself. We could see he's right there. He'll do his swing, but we're already turning back, so we're not afraid of him. And GG, guys, that's a no save, no damage S rank of Resident Evil Survivor. I'll talk a little bit more after the final cutscene.
Hurry!
Seconds to detonation. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're safe.
It can't be! Get down!
What are we gonna do, mister?
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
I don't know, but don't worry. We can fly as long as we have fuel.
We'll keep going as long as we have fuel. Man, that is a script. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this stream. I'm going to be dropping a new video on YouTube once a month, probably around the same time of the month, and I thank you. I want to thank you guys so much for subscribing to this channel, and also, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you could always be notified when hitting the bells to all notifications on when the next video will drop. I do all of these runs live on my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/notoriousbase. So if you enjoy conversation and you enjoy watching me rage out or even route and learn new ways to complete Resident Evil or horror games in general, please head over to there. You could also join the Discord, which is both of them are linked, the Twitch and the Discord, in my bio. Once again, this is the Notorious Base, and we're signing out of this one. We'll see you for the next video. Enjoy the rest of your summer, guys.